I'm back. Can you see me now? Can you see me now? We were frozen for a minute. Sorry. Ooh. 6 by 6.5, 2. That's for the front and back, and the spine 6 by 2. That's right. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I was frozen. Thank you, Janny. So I went out, came back. This will be recording 2. Sorry, we weren't on very long. So I'll check them. I just cut the back page at 6 by 6.5. So you'll need 2 chipboard pieces cut at 6 by 6.5. That's your front and your back. Then you're going to need your spine, and I'm going to measure to make sure. Let's see, this is 6.5 by 6. So it's going to be 6 by 2. Okay, there's a 6 by 2. That's going to be our spine. We're going to cover it with pattern paper, like we do. And I apologize. I I just decided to do this. It was really funny because I'm sitting here cutting out my papers to cover my little box, and I look up and there it is. Okay, so we need, there's your spine, and I want to make sure our papers, and they go this way, right? Uh-oh, I've done something not right, of course. What is this? This is 6. 6 by 6.5. Okay, let me get my bear. That's 5. Wow, 5.5 by. So into 6.5 by 6. Okay. 6 by 6. Okay, okay. It goes this way. I'm going to have to recut the spine. The long part of your cover is 6.5. And then it's 6 this way. So it's 6 this way, horizontal. Portrait, it's 6.5. Now I got to recut my spine. It's 6.5. The spine is 6.5 by 2. No biggie. No biggie biggie. Oh man. 6.5 by 2. Please be 6.5 wide. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know. 6.5. Cut that off. I'm out of frame. I'm just cutting the ends of this off. And then it's by 2 inches wide. 6.5 by 2. Margaret Ann, that's my fault, honey. 6.5 by 2 for the spine. 6 by 6.5 for the page. Okay. I've got a roto. It's over there. It is buried. Completely buried. Okay, there we go. So it's going to be like so. Be like so. I love this paper. Graphic 45s. Time to celebrate at Scrappy Dabba Doo. Okay. Now I've got to choose a paper. I've got all those papers. See, but we maybe can use them. We maybe can. See, all these were cut for the box. Oh, well. That's okay. We'll use them for something down the road. Got to use some of these papers. I want new papers. Okay, now for the cover. Well, that's what I was going to cover the. I'm getting down to the short rows here. Ooh. Oh, I'm going to do the same. I'll use that. Using that. I'm sorry, I should have had this done. I could use that. No, I don't have enough. 6. I gotta have 2 pieces. I don't want polka dots. I don't know that I have 2 of these. I don't. Let me see. I don't know if I can get 2 of these out or not. Oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna wrap it. Yeah, I can. Let's see, is this, well, I don't know. Let me measure. Talking to myself. Let's see. Do it that way. That's okay, but I gotta wrap it. I don't have enough. Oh, come on. I gotta have 2 pieces, whatever I use. I've got 2 of those, and I don't necessarily want to use those. How's that? And I do those, but I'm not going to do that either. I don't want that. I gotta have the same thing. No, I don't have enough to. I have that. I don't want to use that. I'm going to have to use the polka dots. Oh. I could use this, the flowers, and then cover some up on top and put my. I'm going to have 2, whatever I do. See, I wasted some of this cutting that for that box. Let me see. I want to cut this off. I'm just grabbing. Everybody okay? Got any questions? What is she? Oh, time to celebrate. Yes, I love it. We've got some new things coming in. And Ashley was just on Easter Sunday, so she won't have her show. And I don't know. She did make some announcements if you didn't get word of that. Okay. Now let's see what I've got here. I've got the polka dots, and I usually go, let's see. I mean, I don't have to wrap it, but I like it wrapped. I do it like that. Gives me that much to wrap. Let's see, I don't know. Well, yeah. Well, no, I have to use 2 pieces of paper. I'm going to use the flowered because I don't want to use the polka dots. And then I'll use a plate or something, or a big doily or something. Or should I? Let's see. I got to keep my direction. Okay, it's like that. And then the 6.5, yeah, like that. Or I could see if I have enough left, I could use it for the inside because I'm not going to wrap that. I'm going to take a 1/2 inch. See how much is left. Wait a minute. I don't know. Figure that out. I don't know. I can't decide. What do you think? I can't decide. One of them is on back order. We hope it will be back in next week. What's on back order? Which paper did you order, Judy? Carol, did you know where my paper was? I do too, Sheila. The Rototron. Oh, I do too. Absolutely. It's just, it's big. If you'd see my counter, you know, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. What to do. What to do. If I did that, I'm going to have to cover up the front and. Well, I'm going to. I just am. So I need it. Let's see. We've got 6.5, 7.5. I want it to go this way. So this is going to be 6.5 with a 1/2 inch on each end. So it's going to be 7.5. I'm going to cut 2 pieces. If I screw this up, 2 pieces, it's 7.5. The screen just went black. Hello, are we still here? It does that all the time, drives me crazy. 7.5. And then I'm going to splice them together because I want one continuous piece. 7.5. And that'll give us a 1/2 inch on the top and the bottom to wrap. Turn it over. Splice it together. Like so. I'm just yapping to myself. I think it would be something. I'll splice it together. So I now have to use, okay. I'll pull that off. Okay, we have one continuous piece. Now I'm going to turn it over. It's plenty long enough. It's just, boy, I got a 1/2 inch, but I maybe should have, whatever. I'm going to do what we're doing. Going to leave at least almost over 1/8, whatever, but I got enough to wrap it. Okay, so I am going to use my score tape, go around the outer perimeter, and then I'm going to fill it in. I like to fill in the center with ATG tape because I like it all to be stuck down, the whole body of the chipboard. I just am yammering on. Any exciting news, everybody? Well, I asked you that. See, now I'm just repeating myself. That's old age. Judy, which G45 paper did you order? I love it. It's my favorite. I really like the paper that Ashley used in her little book that she did over the weekend and last week. I was going to order some, and then I just didn't get over there to do it. Pretty paper. I don't know. I love their colors. I don't know. It's my favorite. I've used a lot of other papers, and I like other papers. But if we got some new G45 coming in, guess what? Now I have got an ATG. No, I've got a Scott's, and I'm going to run out. Oh, great. Well, all right. And I always tape down. This is going to run out. This one's hard to fill, so I won't be able to fill it. I'll use my other one, my 1/4 inch. But I like the 1/2 inch tape to fill in. See, it's going to go. This is it. Yeah, see? I knew it. I knew it. And I can't fill this one. I don't know. I have trouble filling it. So that takes care of that. I mean, I do have an ATG that is a 1/2 inch as well. Oh, I just lost my bunny. I bought baby Avery a little bunny for her basket. It is so cute. It was on the dollar thing. It's a little bunny with floppy long ears. It's real little. And I'm going to put it in her basket, but I've been setting it on my desk. Okay. Now we're going to stick it down. Now I've got to keep in mind my my 6.5 is portrait, I think. I'll have to measure it. I think it is. Like so. Well, oh, you should, I'm sorry, you should put your spine down first and then lay everything around the spine. Pull off your tape backing. Did anybody make one of your shadow boxes that we made? Now make sure you pull this off if you do it this way. I like to do it this way. I like this all running the same inside and out. Now lay this down so you have, and I lay it on the where you and I'm going to have 1/2 inch top and bottom. Stick it down and then bring in one of your sides or your front. Give yourself quarter of an inch, eighth of an inch. They say 2 thicknesses of your chipboard, but I don't know. I think I do a little bit more than that sometimes. Maybe not always, but remove your tape backing. And then after we do this, we're going to do our hinge, Judy. Judy likes to watch the hinge, but she has several times. Do the same over here on the other side. Can you see? Let me pull it over. Bring this up. I am way out of about 1/4 of an inch or so. I don't know. And that's a little crooked. Great. How did that happen? And I can't do anything about it now. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to take my craft knife and I'm going to measure over here and take a 1/2 inch. Cut it down to a 1/2 inch. So we'll virtually have a 1/2 inch all the way around. I got a little crooked over here, but it'll be okay. I hope. I don't know how that happened. We can use those scraps for pockets or whatever. Now, I do have this little ruler, the perfect, I always have to look at it, the perfect trim ruler. And I have mine marked. See those marked? Because that's where I place it on the corner like so. I virtually use the same thickness of chipboard all the time. So you got different thicknesses. This is thicker. This is mine. This is whatever. And that's how you want to cut this across. So when you fold, when you want to miter that corner, boy, that is short. Ooh, miter that corner, and then you will have a nice wrap. You'll have a real nice wrap, and it'll look real professional. And I hope that works. Ooh. I don't know. I don't know how I did that. I did. Who knows? I'm going to have to check the store and see what's coming. See what we can do. We'll probably, maybe, I don't know how it's 1:45. I do have to kind of quit on time today simply because I got an appointment later today. I just kind of take my bone folder and go around that edge. Breaks it up a little bit. And then I go like, so with the edge. You want to show it where it's going to live. And somebody said one time, it was so funny. I forget who said that. I said, well, I'm going to show this Go around this, and I go around like so, and I just bring it up to that edge. Look how crooked that is. Bring it up to the edge. Ooh, and now I got off there. Be careful, because you can tear it. I got off. I didn't tear it, but I got into my seam. There we go. Are we all still here? Are we all still here? Scrappy Debbie Doo. Yeah, the perfect, when what size of the perfect trim tool are you using? I don't know. See, does it say? Oh, it does say. I'm sorry, honey. I use the corner. Okay, here's my corner, and it's 125. 125. And I marked it on each side. Here, oh, in fact, here's the hole that holds it on a peg at the store type thing. And it's got 125, and I mark it with a black marker on each side. So I use that like so. See, I use that like so. So it's 125 because that's the thickness of my chipboard. Now, if yours is thicker or thinner or whatever, then you need to kind of think of that as well. I'm going to use 3/8 of an inch tape. I'm going to use that on the chipboard. I'm going to make one continuous strip and take my finger and push it down in that groove for the spine. Where the spine comes together. Then before I do that, then I'm going to take my ATG gun and run that along the edge of the page. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I don't hurt anything, but tear that off. It's just one. See, kind of go down in that groove. I must be sitting back today. Okay, I've run that all around the outer perimeter, and then I'm going to take now this is the 1/4 inch. I'm going to run this along the side to make sure I'm going to have good coverage. Don't have to do this one, but I didn't always do it, but I've been doing it lately, and I think it kind of gives you a little assurance that it's going to, oh, I hope that holds well. Ooh. Now I do the long sides first, and I saw somebody do this the other day, and I'm not faulting anybody. I'm really, really not. And it worked out okay, but it was just kind of strange because most everybody I've seen that covers their pages, they'll do the same side, whether it's the long or the short side. First, I screwed that up. And then do the other, whether you do the long side. Well, they did the long side, then they did a short side. They went all the way around. And quite frankly, it came out okay, but I didn't think it was going to. I thought, oh dear. But it did. And they did the corners like we do. Like when you wrap a Christmas present. I'm going to pull this off while I'm pulling. I always pull it all off. Anyway, and there again, everybody does everything different. But I thought what are they doing? What are they doing? I've been watching more YouTubes, I tell you. Now, this is all up, and I push it down in the middle, and then just run it, push it down all the way across. Ooh, I'm going to get down to the short rows over here, and then I burnish it. I did get that about, I don't know how. Now I'm going to turn around, do the other side the same way. I start in the middle and push it down. This one I got a little eager with this one is, and we're going to cover this, so, okay. I kind of bend that in gingerly just to get it started, because when we're going to have another thickness of paper to put in here. Now I'm going to do the short size, and before I do, it's like wrapping a present. I'm going to bring in those corner pieces, just like so. Bring them in and push them down, and then bring up your short side, and there you go, and you got a perfect, well, I don't know how perfect, but you got a really, oh boy, this is, oh, I don't know. Ah, it worked. It worked. It covered it. I was really worried. Okay, it did. It covered it all the way around. Here are the corners. Oh, where is it? Oh, there's the one that was short, but it came out okay. Makes a real, see, it's just kind of, but we're going to cover it within a 1/4 of an inch all the way around, and we'll be okay. Now, I have to choose something for the interior. You know that couldn't have worked. Why? Why? Why couldn't you have worked? Oh, I love the tool, Barry. Hi, Barry. Hi, sweetie. I didn't know you were here yet. Yeah, I've done it with and without, but I just use the tool. Now I just use it. Now I am going to have to make another decision, Miss Barry. I keep saying I'm gonna call her. I've been going to. When I think about it, she's either in bed or it's too late to call. I do that all the time. I haven't Skyped with Margaret Ann forever. Margaret Ann, we're going to have to do that. That was fun. Oh, I have to have a drink of tea, and then we'll line and we were going to do the box, Barry, and I got everything ready. The box came, got everything ready, cut my papers, looked up on my counter, and that's the same box, the same paper that we made a month ago or something like that. So the upshot is we're making a I'm going to use, oh God, I hate to use that. We are making, let me see how wide this is. We could do this with 6 inches. We're making an album out of the paper, the Let's Party or whatever it is. Time to Celebrate, Let's Party. Oh, we won't do it with 6 inches. Ooh, no. Especially there. Oh, come on. No, it takes 6 1/4. Oh. Let's see. Have I got, I don't know if I could use the 8x8 pad. Let's look at that and see what we've got. What? I never have, let's see, 8x8. I might be able to use an 8x8. Let's see. No, yeah, 8 and 8/16. Right. Right. Yeah. Well, of course we can. That's too busy, but we'll turn it over and use the stripes. How cool is that? Okay, we're going to use the stripes on the inside. I love making minis anyway, other than we've made this several times. I think we'll go back pretty soon, and everybody seemed to like it. We've got some newbies revisit our tag album. Maybe not necessarily that everybody liked that. It's a little bit different. We get some new papers that come in that would lend itself to that. Okay, we are going now. It has to be, boy, this is the shortest point, so it has to be Ooh, excuse me. Oh, it has to be 6. Oh, it's going to run it close, isn't it? I've got this a little. If I make it 6 1/4, it should be okay. Do I want the stripes going this way or this way? This way because that way I can. So we need 6 1/4. This green goes like it's. Oh, Barry, we've already, Carol, I don't know if Carol was here or not. We've already had one reload. 6 1/4. I just like doing it this way and covering them all together. I mean, one continuous. Oh, I better turn it over. If I didn't have such a busy outside, this would have been pretty as well. You can overlap that 1/4 of an inch, I suppose they do, but I don't. Then we're going to make I've been trying to read a new book for book club, and the author, she's from Baltimore, came to the store the other day, Barnes & Noble in Carmel, Indiana, and did her book signing, and oh, she's lovely. She is just, it's a small book, and it's a paperback. I think she Amazon might have published it. It's going to be very good. Now, okay, I've got that cut. Oh yes, and I've got to cut off. Oh dear. Okay, I can't do that. I got to cut off. How much do I have to cut off? I'm going to cut off about, well, I'm going to start with a 1/4 on each end. That's not enough. I'm going to start with that. That should be enough. About a 1/2 inch on each end. I didn't measure that, and I should have. It's already 2 o'clock. We just got started. Well, that's still too long. Hello. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to do it on one side and then see what happens, because our seam can be off center. It doesn't make that much difference about our seam. I like it in the middle, but if it's not, it's okay. No, I need to take about that much off on the other side. I should have measured that and taken it off. Measure. I bought this. I have a girlfriend that does quilting, and we've got a really, well, it still needs a little more quilting store. I mean, they lend themselves primarily to quilting type fabrics, and they sell machines and on. Oh, there's perfect. Perfect. And I was there. Oh, I'm going to put it on the paper. I was there with her, and they had this little wooden sign. And I sewed for years as well. I have a sewing machine someplace, but I'm really not quite sure where it is. I do know where it is. It's piled in the closet. I'd have to tear up virtually the closet. It's a nightmare in there. Dangerous. It's probably dangerous. Anyway, how about this little sign? So cute. It says measure twice, cut once. And how many times have we all not done that, both in sewing and crafting? There again, I'm going to tape around the outer perimeter. And then I'm going to use my gun. Now I'm going to go back on the inside. And I'm going to tape, extra tape. She did cancel. Carol, I think, cancel today because she has. Yeah, she did something today, Carol. And then Sunday she won't be because it's Easter. But I think you're right. There was something she come on. She got the babies. I need to see my babies. Now I tell you, there are laws in the state of Indiana. Well, you can have them grandbabies. Not that I can. I'm kidding. I can have them anytime I want, virtually. And I'm always saying I was out that way yesterday doing an appraisal. Courtney lives about 9 miles, which is not that far, but I was out that way, and I thought, I'll just stop by. Walker would have been in school, but baby Avery would have. But then she would have been in bed taking her little nap. So I didn't stop. Ronnie said the other day, we don't get to see those babies enough. And it's not that we can't. We just don't. Now I'm going to put this all down. I really reinforced the tape with score tape around the spine. That's what's going to get the most wear and tear, probably. Well, I don't know about that. But anyway, I always do. Okay. I'm going to buy stock and score tape. We all should. Now I'm going to pull off all the tape backing. I love pulling this off. Isn't that awful? Pull it off all the way around. We'll get our little book finished today. Now, of course, this is a stripe. It's not dimensional. I'm not going to stand up and do this like I tried to one time and ended up a nightmare. There we go. About 1/4 of an inch or so. Now, very gingerly, fold up your side. I use my bone folder, but gotta be very careful. And just bring it up 90 degrees. Bring up the other side. Oh, it's a pretty cover. I'll have to take away some of that busyness, but I will. This is beautiful paper. Oh, I gotta turn it. Yeah, it's this way up because there's some words. Butterfly to the is and that pretty. Now, I'll take away most of that so we can embellish it, and then I'll put something on the spine because you can see the seam. And then you open it up, and there's your. That looks like ticking. That looks like old ticking. First time, Gwen. Thank you, Judy. I got stuck that one time, remember? I tried to stand up. Thank you, Cindy Lou. Okay, there it is. And it's going to be gorgeous. There's our papers. Okay, now we'll put this back. Now we're going to make our hinge. Our hinge system, our hidden hinge system. The hidden hinge system that I use is a modified version of Kathy Orch's. And by the way, is Kathy okay? She hadn't been on, and then I think I don't know, she had some surgery or something. Does anybody know if Kathy's okay? I assume she is, but thank you, Joanne. Thank you, dear. She submitted. Oh, I did too, Barry. I did too. I did too. So my hinge is a takeoff of Kathy's. I do it a little differently. Basically, it's the hidden hinge, and I'm going to use the same. I got to get a piece of paper. going to use, of course, the same paper that we use for the pages. Now, your hinge has to be the same as the width of your book, which is 6 inches. Now, I'm going to do it at 5 7/8. You want it just a hair smaller, so, and then we'll miter the corners so your pages can slip over the hinge nicely without any effort. So we need a piece that's 6 inches wide, and I use I used to always use 12-inch, but you don't have to. Let's see, what's this? Put this